And the tough thing would be social media, don't you think? Could you give that up?
I've tried. You know, when we've gone on holidays a couple of times, I've left my phone. I didn't check in, and it's wonderful after a few days. But the first few days are a little rough. But it's great to unplug if you're able to do it.
If you can do it. Right.
If you're able to do it.
Some people start getting the shakes.
The shakes happen, but you can work through it.
I was reading about this in Relevant magazine, and Scott Savage, the writer, he talks about how he's decided to live a public life, and the more public you are, the more easy it is to get addicted to social media. Right. You know, how many people like me today, or like what I've done, or what I wrote about. You know, and he talks about how like the danger of it is that they become a way to measure your value, not what you posted. So instead of just saying, oh, they didn't like my post, it's also they don't like me, or I don't have value. So he gave some suggestions. If you're addicted to social media and you want to give it up for Lent, or just you want to take a little break here and there, he says one thing is just fast from website stats and social media. You can just pick a weekend, for example, and say, hey, for this weekend, I'm just going to unplug, I'm going to be with my family, I'm going to be present, and I'm going to reground myself on what matters and where my value comes from.
Yeah. And stop having your self-worth wrapped up in whether somebody liked it or not.
Which
right?
brings to point number 2, which I thought was great. Identify good sources of affirmation.
Right.
So when you're all wrapped up in your social media and you're letting them define your worth, you're like, how close are these people even to me? Like, have I ever met them?
And it sounds crazy. It sounds like, of course nobody does this. But we all do it.
We do it. And he says, like, when I realize I'm looking to strangers to let me know if I'm okay, something is definitely off.
Wrong.
And then the last one is recognize that no amount of likes or comments or retweets will ever be enough if that decides your value. So even if you get a lot, then you want more. You want more friends, more likes.
Yeah.
And he uses this example from the movie Cool Runnings. I don't know if you ever remember that movie. It's about a Jamaican bobsled team, if you could believe it. And there's a quote in it that says, if you're not enough without it, you'll never be enough with it.
That's powerful.
That's a great thought to leave us with.
It is.